vous allez réviser les verbes qui prennent être comme auxiliaire. So now you're going to quickly brainstorm those verbs that take être as an auxiliary in the passé composé. Pause the video. So how many did you get? Here's a useful chart that will help us remember some of the verbs that take être as auxiliary. So we have the maison d'être. So we have arriver, entrer, aller, sortir, partir, revenir, rentrer, retourner. So the three ways of saying to return. Venir, rester, montre, descendre, naître, devenir, mourir et tomber. Now we also have passé, but it only takes the auxiliary être when it is being used intransitively, when it does not have a direct object. Okay, so how do we now form this tense? So it's quite similar to the rules for the passé composé, with one exception. The auxiliary is going to be être or avoir, conjugated though in the imparfait. So whereas être or avoir will be our auxiliaries conjugated in the present tense for the passé composé, we're going to conjugate être or avoir in the imparfait when we write the plus-que-parfait. The past participle that we're going to use is exactly the same as the one we're using for the passé composé and for all composed tenses. And the rules of agreement between the subject and the past participle are the same as for the passé composé. So that means that if the auxiliary verb is avoir, then our past participle will not agree with our subject. However, if our auxiliary verb is être, then the past participle does need to agree with the subject. And remember that all reflexive verbs takes être as auxiliary. So here are two examples of the plus-que-parfait, its conjugation. On the left, il avait téléphoné, and on the right, elle était arrivée. He had telephoned, she had arrived. Now for both, we have our auxiliary verb in red. So, il avait téléphoné, avoir in the imparfait, elle était arrivée. We've got être in the imparfait. And then we have téléphoner, a past participle, and arriver, another regular past participle. Ok, encore une fois, prenez vos stylos. So, you are now going to have an opportunity to test to see if you've understood the rules of how to conjugate a verb in the plus-que-parfait. We'll do the first one together, and then I'll give you the opportunity to do the subsequent ones yourself. So, we have question 1, il, something, toute la journée. We need to conjugate the verb pleuvoir, to rain, in the plus-que-parfait. So this one is going to take avoir as auxiliary verb, and we're going to need to conjugate avoir in the imparfait for the third person singular. And then we're going to need to put the main verb, pleuvoir, we're going to put its past participle as the second part of our verb. So, il avait plu toute la journée. It had rained all day long. Okay, pause the video and do 2 to 5. Okay, so here are your answers. So we need to put For question 2, prendre in the plus-que-parfait. Nous avions pris la voiture. We had taken the car. Number 3, we need to put retourner in the plus-que-parfait. Ils étaient retournés à 18 heures. They had returned at 6 p.m. Remember, retourner takes être as auxiliary. 4. Vous étiez arrivé en retard. You had arrived late. Again, arrivé will take être as auxiliary in the past tense, and we've got agreement between the past participle and the subject, except we don't know in this case whether vous is a single person, whether they're male or female, or whether it's a group of people. And the last one, we have an example of a reflexive verb conjugated in the plus-que-parfait. So, je m'étais réveillé à 6 heures. I had woken up at 6 a.m. Okay, this time you're going to transform these sentences using the plus-que-parfait. At the moment, each sentence is a list of 2 different actions in the passé composé. What you're going to do is you're going to put the first action in each sentence in the plus-que-parfait. Let's do number 1 together. J'ai fait les courses, puis je suis rentrée à la maison. I did the grocery shopping, then I went home. Now, if we want to put the first verb in the plus-que-parfait, this is what it's going to look like. Quand j'avais fait les courses, je suis rentrée à la maison. When I had done the grocery shopping, I went home. So follow this pattern to complete 2 and 3. Pause the video. All right, let's correct 2 and 3. 2. Marie est entrée, puis elle a défait sa valise. Marie entered and then she undid her suitcase. This is what it's going to look like in its new form. Quand Marie était entrée, elle a défait sa valise. When Marie had entered, she undid her suitcase. 3. Ils se sont promenés autour du parc, puis ils sont retournés au bureau. They walked around the park, then they went back to the office. So, this is the transformation. Quand ils s'étaient promenés autour du parc, ils sont retournés au bureau. When they had walked around the park, they returned to the office. And in the final part of this presentation, this video, we are going to see briefly how we can use the plus-que-parfait when we're reporting somebody's speech. So for examples 1 to 3, I have 3 different citations, something that people have said. We'll do number 1 together. So I said, j'ai mangé une pizza. I ate a pizza. If I want to put this in reported speech, I'm going to say something like, she said that she had eaten a pizza. In French, this is what it's going to look like. Elle a dit qu'elle avait mangé une pizza. She said that she had eaten a pizza. So directly, the direct translation, exactly the same as to English. All right, pause the video and do 2 and 3 following the same format. Okay, let's have a look if we could put 2 and 3 into reported speech. So 2, j'ai perdu ma valise. I lost my suitcase. Elle a dit qu'elle avait perdu sa valise. She said that she had lost her suitcase. 3, je suis rentrée à la maison à minuit. I got home at midnight. Elle a dit qu'elle était rentrée à minuit. She said that she had returned at midnight. Okay, I hope that you have learned a number of things from this video. Firstly, how to form the plus-que-parfait, and also how it can be used in a sentence, particularly in the context of using the plus-que-parfait to report an action that happened in the past, but which happened before another action in the past. Ok, au revoir et à bientôt.